Hey everyone. Hello. Welcome back. I am so happy that you are continuing your journey on this 5-day challenge. Good job. We are on day number 4. Day number 4. So I'm Kiana Robinson. I am the founder of Uplifting Legacy, and it's where I help people to build wealth and legacy. We do that by getting out of debt, raising our credit score, and all the things, investing, growing our money, building wealth. That is what the point is, right? So we can leave a legacy for our family. And this challenge has been awesome. I've been receiving the comments and the questions. So thank you. Keep them coming. I will look at the YouTube page to look at the comments and to answer them. Any questions that you may have. I'm so happy you're here. By you being here shows me how much you are intentional about resetting your 2026. 2025, it happened. It's done. Nothing we can do to go backwards, but we can move forward. We can start today with resetting your finances. And so that is what we're going to do. So we have went ahead and we're going to just jump right in and what we've done so far. And so far, we have talked about goals and your mindset, changing your mindset to more positive, to know that this is God's money. We're managers of it. We have to be good stewards of it because He's the one in control, but He's given us this income to be able to manage and to be able to steward properly. So that's changing our mindset, setting some goals, short-term, long-term goals. You had homework. Did you do your homework? Did you? Did you do your homework? Because the homework involved setting your goals, creating your budget, and starting with one or two things that you can do to create that $1,000 emergency fund. If you miss the videos, you can go back to YouTube. That's why I really wanted to record these because everybody's not available at the same time every day. So you can go back and rewatch the videos and please do the steps. It's a strategy. That's one thing we don't learn. We people tell you to do these things, but how? In what order? Do I pay off stuff first and not save? Do I save and not pay off? Like, do I start investing? It's so much involved. But what we've learned so far is you're setting your goals, you're creating your budget, which you are spelling out everything on paper or electronically, everything that you spend for the month. So you have a monthly budget of just showing what is all that you're taking care of, and it should balance out to zero. You don't have to do every penny, every dollar, maybe up to $10 average, range. So you go ahead and do your budget so that you know everything that's going to happen for the month before the month happens. Then you split that out by if you get 2 paychecks, then you want to separate it out of what bills come in this check and what bills coming out in this check. If I have birthdays that I have to buy for, that we're going to dinner, we're going to a concert, make sure everything, groceries, gas, insurance, cell phone, going out to eat, everything is called out within the 2-week budgets. Or if you get paid once a month, call it out one time. So check out the videos. There's some great apps that will help you to do that. And I want to show you a couple of housekeeping things, and then we'll dig into our topic for today. So I'm going to share my screen here. We are on day 4. Super excited for you. I'm hoping and praying that this has been beneficial and that you have some things that you've taken away from this, let me know. Please let me know in the comments what can be done differently and better. Should we have another challenge? What should it be? What should it cover? Look, I love a challenge myself, so challenge me to challenge you. Let's do this together. Like we're a family now. We're a community together. Uplifting legacy community. So do this together with me. All right. Share. Okay. All right. So here is a couple of housekeeping things we have. We just join me on my YouTube page, Kiana Robinson, Uplifting Legacy. So here you're going to find lots of great information. Prayfully is beneficial and great for you because I was really thoughtful on what I wanted to present on and the videos I wanted to create. That's helpful. That was helpful for me to eliminate my debt, to raise my credit score to over 800. Thank you, Jesus, with God's help and wisdom and studying and I went back to school. I got my degree and studied so many different experts, financial experts, studied finance, and also went to many seminars and just to gain this knowledge to help me to do it. And then I wanted to share this and became the founder of Uplifting Legacy so that I can help others. So check out the YouTube page. Also register. I'll put this, all of this will be in the description of the YouTube video as well. Register for the 5-day challenge because you will get free resource if you register, and then you will get an email of that day's video. And then also you will be entered in a drawing so that you can get a complimentary 60-minute session with me. So we're going to strategize your personal goals and your personal finances to better help you to be financially successful. So go ahead and register, and then also check out my website. The website is going to show you the how to book a one-on-one session with me, how to also see my bio information, and how to get my workbook. I don't have it next to me, but I created a workbook that I am so thankful for and happy about, and prayerfully is going to be a blessing. You can get the digital copy if you go on to my website, and it guides you step by step on how to create your goals, all the way through how to invest and create wealth and make money while you're sleeping because you're investing it and it's working for you. So we're going to now dig into our subject for today, debt elimination. I know nobody really wants to talk about our debt. I had lots of it. I had credit card debt, I had a car loan debt, I had student loan debt, and I was a single mom back then. Now we're married, we're really, trying to keep the good debt and not the bad debt, which we're going to talk about. But I've been there. There's no shame in your debt because now you know better, you do better, right? So we're going to tackle it and we're going to have the best strategy, once again, the strategies of how to tackle the debt. So here you can see that there is good debt and there's bad debt. The good debt are things that add value to your life, that will increase your net worth, that will increase your legacy. There are investments for your future. So mortgages, your home, student loans, it's a future, it's investment in your future by getting education. Having a business. And so those business expenses are investments in that whole entrepreneurship. I am doing it. I love entrepreneurship. And there's write-offs involved with entrepreneurship. So there is great business, good debt involved. Then, boo, it's bad debt. So, credit card debt, the misuse of it. Not necessarily credit card debt, because if you use it appropriately, for example, keeping it under 30% of the balance, paying it off that same month. Like there are some good ways to use credit card debt that you can get rewards and things like that, but you have to be responsible, very, very responsible and intentional when you are using credit cards. But so the misuse of credit cards when you're maxing it out, when you have a lot of them and they're all over 30% of the balance, there's misuse of credit card debt. That is the bad debt of credit cards. That's the bad debt. Also, car loans. So I know, don't be mad at me. I know I've had car loans and it had me stressed out. And paying this every month for 3, 4, 5 years, like that's a long time. So, if at all costs, we want to avoid that. If at all costs, we want to use your tax refund and get a few $1,000 car, save money that you were going to put into this a car note, and then eventually put that towards trading in and trade up. And then next time, a couple years later, do it again. That is what financial experts and myself suggest instead of getting a $30,000 car note. So that is the bad debt, and then also consumer loans. So all the different loans that are involved in needing to do different house repairs and things that may, if it's a need, it's a need. Hey, got to do it. But if it's not, things that are consumer that are depreciating assets, we don't want to do. So house loans are house repairs are different because it is going into your home. But loans that are just because like I want to get some stuff taken care of and done, like let's strategize so that you won't have this bad debt. So think about, how you feel when you're getting some of those calls from collectors and emails and we want to know when you're going to pay us, and like, who wants that stress in their life? Nobody. We don't want you calling. We don't want to get those calls from these collectors. So we're going to have a strategy that's going to help you deal with it so that you don't have to. Now, we're going to have some affirmations. I love just saying things because once you say them, you start believing them, you start doing them. Let's just say, I'm going to face my finances with courage and grace. I'm going to face my finances with courage and grace. Courage because it's scary. It's tough to deal with finances. It is. It's tough to deal with debt. It is. But we are going to move forward, do what we can, and take care of our finances as God would like us to do. And then not ignore it, not ignore that it's a problem. We don't want to do that. We want to tackle it. So here we go. We created those goals on day one of what are some things that you want to do. So you may have said, I want to save. I want to be debt free. So here are the ways that we're going to be able to do it, and having a bunch of debt, paying this person, paying that, and adding interest on top of that. So you're adding 10% here, 15% there, 20% there. Like the majority of debt in America is having So much interest. So let me read you this. According to the Forbes Advisor, the average American carries $6,523,000 in credit card debt. $6,500 is what most people have in their credit card debt right now. The average interest that an average household pays on debt is $8,500. So you are paying the interest on the credit card debt. So you're already at giving them that money. And if you could only take that money that we're paying in interest and invest it, woo! Imagine investing that $8,500, what that could be in 5, 10 years with compound interest, which we'll dig into that on another challenge or another video. But yes, be mindful, be very mindful of the interest that you're giving some of these companies. You could be building wealth with or legacy with. So, some of the tips to get out of debt is to use the debt snowball. So there are a couple different options. There's a debt snowball, which we're going to dig into. There's the avalanche option or method where you tackle your debt with using the highest interest rate. So that's the one that has the 25% interest rate that you want to tackle versus the 10% interest rate. And that's an option that works for some. I have used the debt snowball and have helped clients use the debt snowball, and it has definitely worked. So that's an option that we want to definitely use the method. And then balance transfers. There are ways that you can maybe call your credit card company. Let's say you have one of them where you have a 20% interest rate on it. So you're paying extra money on it every month. But then you have another that has maybe 12% interest. Or you have a new promotion that they're saying, hey, you can start and getting 6%, you can get 0% interest for a year. So there are options where you can take the balance off of one credit card and move it over to another lower interest rate credit card. So definitely, if you have credit cards, look into the balance. Call them and ask them, hey, can I lower this interest rate in any kind of way? There may be options. You might be able to refinance it. They may have hardship programs that you can ask about and you can actually get into. If you're having any type of hardship in your life, they may be able to help you at that as well. So overall, we know that in the Bible, in Proverbs 22:7, it says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. And that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like you're just a servant and you're just working for them to pay all the extra. And think about what you're spending your credit cards on. What are you using it for? Is it necessities? Okay. There are things that happen. Someone loses a job, or rent nowadays is so high on top of food, on top of bills. Sometimes you do have to use your credit card. But if you use it and it's possible, pay it off that month or keep it under that 30% of the balance. Also, Deuteronomy 28:13 says, I am the head and not the tail. So that is what we're going to speak. We are the head and not the tail. We are going to be above the debt and the stressors of finances in our lives, not beneath it, not the tail. So another thing you can do is just try to negotiate. Just try to call on like your payments. But just don't ignore your debt. Don't ignore it. Talk to the creditors, but call them before they have to call you. Call them and try to make arrangements and strategize before they call you. And even if we do the debt snowball and you have to you're paying the minimum on some of the credit cards, let them know that. Right now I'm paying the minimum because I'm working on some things. So now I'm going to get to yours soon, but right now I'm working on some things and I'm going to pay the minimum for a while. So these are some things that can help you to eliminate your debt. Okay, so next is the debt snowball. So with the debt snowball, you are going to list all of your debts. And you are going to put the name, the balance, the interest rate, and then you want to list them from the smallest balance to the largest balance. So we're going to use that in the debt snowball. So in your workbook, you have a debt sheet that you can fill in either electronically or if you get it printed and write on it. You can go to the library and get your workbook printed for free. Once you get it digitally, you save a few bucks by getting it digitally. So you can go to the library, print it out, and then you can write on it. So you list all of your debts from smallest balance to the largest balance. And let me show you an example of how this will work. Okay, so here we go. So we have first debt credit card number one. Let's just say the balance is $600, right? So you got the smallest balance. The next credit card is $800. And then you have your car loan that is $18,000. That's what's left on it. So with the debt snowball, you want to pay minimum on all of the balances. I see that this did not calculate correctly. So I'm going to update that and I'm going to share that back with you. But what you're going to do is you're going to pay the minimum on all the balances except for the one that has you're going to pay the minimum on all the balances, and then on the one that has the smallest balance, you're going to tackle it. So any extra money that you can put towards it, you're going to go ahead and tackle it towards it. So in this example, you have the $600 credit card, right? And then you have the $800 credit card. And then you have the $18,000 car loan. So we're going to tackle I just thought about something. I had to, yeah, see, trying to have a computer help you do stuff and they twisted it all up. So sometimes you gotta just do it yourself. So sorry about that. I'm going to fix it and make sure that's right. But so the $600 credit card, the $800 credit card, and the 18,000 credit, the car loan, you're gonna put $50 on the $800 credit card. The minimum that you can pay on your car loan, which is, probably still going to be a lot, but it's the minimum. So pay what you can pay on the minimum. But then on that first credit card, the one that was $600, you're going to put any extra money you can on that credit card. So any extra money that, say, you didn't spend as much in gas this check, or instead of going out to eat, you took this $50 and you tackled that debt. Anything, because what you want to do is pay off that debt ASAP. So that $600, anything you can put towards it, pay it off as soon as possible. So then you can once that's paid off, take that money that you had on that account and then that you were paying towards that account per month and roll it over to the $800 credit card. So that was the next debt. So then you're going to roll that over. It's going to then build that traction for you to say, I paid off a whole debt. Like I paid it off. I feel good about it and I'm happy about it. And so that gives you that fulfillment and the momentum to do it again. And so, all right, now I got this extra money that I was paying on debt one. Now let me put that towards debt two. And then once that's paid off, now you putting that money that you were putting on debt one and debt two, now you're taking it and you're putting it all towards debt three. So that is the debt snowball. It helps give you that traction. It helps give you that motivation to say, I am doing this and it's a strategy that I'm using to do it and it is working. Like it's working for me and I am paying off debt and it's a blessing. It is. It's just a blessing to be able to do it. So that is a debt snowball. You can definitely use that method. That is the method that I used that worked for me to help eliminate my debt. And guess what? As you are doing that, you are raising your credit score. That's another way that I end up raising my credit score to put it at over 800. So that is the debt snowball. I'm going to try to show you this visual the correct way here. And let's see here. I'm just going to put it on this snipping tool, maybe. Let's see. Okay. So this is how it works. So now you can see how it's supposed to work. So debt one is balance 600. So that's the smallest balance. So you're going to pay the most that you can on that smallest balance. So if you can see, if you're going to pay 400, you're going to have that paid off really soon. The credit card is you're going to pay the minimum that is allowed. And then the car loan, you got to pay the minimum on what's allowed there. So this is how you want to do it. You want to pay the minimum on everything you can, which is credit card two and car loan. You're paying the minimum that you can, but you're tackling credit card one. When you pay off credit card one, you're going to have that $400 that now you can put towards credit card two. So then that's not going to take you long to pay off. So then you pay off credit card two. Now you got that 400 plus the 50, even more possibly, and take that and put that towards the 300 that you're paying towards the car loan. So imagine instead of paying 300 on your car loan, you're paying 750. And you're paying it off a lot faster because you have that momentum going for you. So that is the debt snowball. It works. I'm telling you, it works. So I'm going to stop sharing because those are my slides for today. So thank you so much. And you got this. Breathe. Ask me any questions. Put in any comments. You got this. We got this together. I'm here with you through this journey. Join me tomorrow. We're going to wrap everything up and we're going to talk about building some wealth and what's next. So see you tomorrow and be blessed.